Hi, boys and girls. It's Mr. Yates and Miss Garcia. Miss Garcia is here to go ahead and give you the directions about the City of Ember, Chapter 10, question of the day. Go ahead, Miss Garcia.
Alrighty, so boys and girls, this one's we're gonna have you guys do this a little bit different. We're gonna have you guys do this one via Flipgrid. And so is what we want you guys to do is we want you to get a piece of paper, and we want you guys to, you can fold it in half, or you can try your best to split it down the middle, whichever one works. And on one side, we want you guys to draw Lena's drawing of the other city that they describe in the book. In the chapter, it goes through what she says, or not what she says, but what she draws in detail. And so we want you guys to go ahead and draw that for us. Now, by no means do you have to be a professional artist for this, but the one thing that we do ask is that you don't draw anything that they don't describe. So for example, on my drawing, now mine is not accurate, so don't copy mine in any means. In mine, I added clouds, I added a sun, I added some, like a coffee shop and a library, and they definitely did not mention that in there. So we want to make sure that on your drawings, you guys are drawing accurately as to what the book is giving you guys the details of to draw. And then on the other side, we want you guys to draw your guys' neighborhood around you and what you guys actually see, because the other city is technically what, like, our world. It's what Lena interprets or is thinking that our, like, above Ember or another city looks like. So we came up with a rubric for you guys. So the main two things that we are going to be, yes, Mr. Yates wrote out a rubric for us. Thank you, Mr. Yates. And so the first thing that we're going to be grading you guys on is evidence. We want you guys to find words in the chapter that describe Lena's drawing. So for example, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but I kind of wrote sentences on my picture, and I'll read you guys a couple of them. So I pointed, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but I pointed to the clouds and I said, I colored the clouds green because, which is gonna be a keyword in your guys' sentences. On page 23, it says, and then I pulled, and then that's where I put my quotes and my evidence, and I said, she colored the clouds green. So boys and girls, make sure that you guys are pulling those pieces of evidence that explain to us why that piece of your drawing is on there, because we want to make sure that, like I said, we are only drawing what the book is giving us and the details that they provided for us. So another example is I drew a library because on page 11 it says Lena drew a library building. So, and then I have my library right there. So just make sure you guys have those. And then the second piece on our rubric that we're going to be grading you guys on is we want you guys to be comparing. So, and is what we mean by that is we don't want you to just be describing your pictures. We want you guys to actually be comparing them. So we have an example, and when we say we want you guys to compare your pictures, we want you guys to be comparing like items. So an example that Mr. Yates wrote down is I have, so me, Miss Garcia, I have black hair and Mr. Yates has grayish hair. So those are two like items. So if I was looking at my picture here, I could say, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see the details, but I colored this sky yellow and I colored this sky blue. So we want to make sure that we're comparing like items. So you're not going to compare, you know, a building to the color of a sun. We want to make sure that the two items that you're comparing are the same. All right, so we gave you guys some comparing words as well that you're more than welcome to use when you're explaining your guys' comparisons to us. So you guys can use different. So you can say something different in Lena's drawing was. You guys can use similar. A similar aspect of the drawings were. You can use although. You can say in Lena's drawing she drew blank, although when I look out my window, or you know, whatever you choose to say. and then you can continue on in your details. You can say, however, you can say, when I look out my window or when I go out my front door, I see blank. However, in Lena's drawing, blank. And then you can say same, which is pretty self-explanatory, but for an example could be, you know, the shape of the buildings were the same or something like that. And you guys can also use in common. This is a good one if you're doing similarities. So you can say, Lena's drawing and what I see in my neighborhood both have in common blank. And you don't have to say them exactly like I said. Those are just brief examples. But that is what we are looking for in this question of the day. So, and if you guys have any more questions, feel free to reach out to Mr. Yates or myself. And yeah, Mr. Yates, do you have anything to add?
No, I think it's great, Aubrey, Miss Garcia. I mean, so did a great job, and we'll go ahead and look forward to seeing your presentations on Flipgrid shortly.